Hello, I am Jeremy Thompson, and today we're going to be diving into What Makes a Good Salesperson by David Meyer and Herbert B. Greenberg. So first off, what we're going to be talking about is we're going to talk about the opinion of the article. So the article, I think, is very good. It dives into detail about not only empathy, but ego drive, and then furthermore goes on to talk about the aptitude test, problems with the aptitude test, and things that could be fixed. So, one thing that you must understand is that as a salesperson, I would say 80% of your job is commission-based. So whenever you don't properly understand these things or have them to the best of your ability, then you're going to be suffering not only from a money loss, from the opportunity to get promoted and to get more jobs as well. So the first big three things that I'm going to dive into about it are the three main points I'm going to cover are empathy, ego drive, and the aptitude test corrections. So for those, what we're going to talk about is, for empathy, we're going to dive into, first and foremost, the fact that it's the ability for you to be able to feel for your clients and feel for your customers. Whenever someone isn't empathetic, you have the ability, or you lack the ability, to understand why someone wants something, or maybe there's a personal reason as to why someone will want something. So empathy is a very, very important aspect. Furthermore, whenever we dive into it, you have to have the ability to sell a product or service, and you must be able to possess this. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're being sympathetic. However, it means you be able to feel or agree or disagree with how someone is feeling and being able to understand why that they feel that way. So diving into part 2, we're going to go into ego drive. So first off, a good salesman is normally very confident in their abilities to sell. So the difference is that what happens is that you have the ability of enhancing your ego through understanding the product, through your experience, and you also have the ability to become a better salesman because your need and your want to become a better salesman is a personal thing or an ego thing as well. So for the third and last thing that we're going to talk about is the failure of tests, or we're going to talk about the aptitude test. So there's 4 main reasons. The first is tests have been looked for interest, not ability. So when diving into this, you have to understand that there's a quote in this card right here. The concept that a man's interest is equitable to his ability is perhaps the single largest cause of test failure. Okay? Number 2, tests have been eminently fakeable. So you could completely lie or tell the wrong things on someone based off of one of these tests and get a job or something based off what you're not actually qualified for. Number 3, tests have favored group conformity, not individual creativity. There are multiple times that I've taken a test and stuff like that you have the ability to answer a question in A, something that you think would be the best way for that answer, or B, in which way you think that your employer would think that'd be best, which would be a group conformity. However, I feel like it really does diminish the individual creativity aspect, and you would get the wrong question, and your employer wouldn't even give you the chance to understand why you said it like that. So fourth and finally, tests have been tried to isolate fractional traits rather than reveal the whole dynamic of the man. So whenever this is talking about, it's talking about traits as a bundle instead of understanding why someone is the way that they are in certain questions, whether that be like Boy Scouts. This card talks about Boy Scouts being sociable, dominant, friendly, responsible, totality of the dynamics. So some things, like within all of these things, someone might lose some of the things that they are also a lot of these other things while focusing on certain traits. So the fact of the matter is that this article is a great article for not only becoming, staying, and working on becoming the best sales professional that you can in the business. It is a great chance to read, a great read, and it really dives into these different facts. Thank you.